there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged and in my very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is ever personal. So we have the ratings in for one of Carlos King's shows, and that is Love and Marriage Huntsville. The ratings went down 15,000. So remember previously, since they're considering this a new season, you guys, a quote-unquote new season, and they were like, it is a season high last week of the grand total of 289,000 views, which is still not even more than a lot of the season 8 views. You had episodes that were over 320,000 and over 300,000 views earlier this year, like as of May. So this isn't the flex that you think it is, right? And so we are 5 episodes in, I believe, of the new season. This last episode, as you guys know, was, the big, expose of Maurice's DUI and Kimmy's reaction and the cast reaction. But the problem is, when you do not deliver, when you are giving boring, when you're giving snooze fest, the people don't care. So nonetheless, this was an opportunity to say, hey, I screwed up. I was not, in the right frame of mind. I should never have gotten behind the wheel and, drove. I should have either called an Uber, I should have either called a taxi or called Kimmy to come pick you up or something. But it's the fact that, it was a DUI was made a mockery of, which is what I more so have an issue with. I don't find that to be funny, and I can't believe people are diminishing this just because, Maurice's case got dismissed off of a technicality. You still were driving under the influence when it's all said and done. Now, it's not my fault that they did not do the proper protocols in order to have it stick, but nonetheless, or have the proper intervention programs, but it still doesn't negate the fact that you were drinking under the influence, you did not look like you were sober in your mugshot, and then immediately you don't even go home to, clean up and put on a fresh set of clothes. No, you immediately drive back to black in a different car than what you were pulled over in. So you weren't pulled over in the Lamborghini, and you go to flex at black in the Lamborghini and with a bottle of liquor in your hand. And then you have your brother and your sister-in-law and everybody else joking around saying free Reese, as if this is some type of mockery, when several people either have been, know somebody who's been killed by a drunk driver, or know somebody as well who has also had issues with alcohol and things of, or what have you, and has had a DUI before and knows the severity of it all and knows how serious this is. So I just didn't like that it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't made a big deal at all. And people got mad at other people who had strong opinions. And my thing is this: you guys have wasted 9 seasons giving your opinions on everyone else's drama. Don't give me a small little sample size of like the 2 or 3 episodes out of 30 that the story focused on something else, right? Like literally 90% of the time, the focus has always been on Mel and Tel. So nonetheless, the rest of you guys need to clock in. And this last episode did not clock in and dropped by 15,000 viewers, you guys. I also was on the lookout for the BELLE Collective ratings, and for some reason, it's not available. And I just don't know what's happening. This every other week nonsense that's taking place. The only conclusion I can come to is either the ratings are not meeting, what they were expecting, what they're hyping it up to be, because it's very odd that it feels like now it's like every other episode or every couple of episodes will get ratings. And it's telling me, kind of similar to what happened with Love and Marriage Huntsville, that perhaps maybe the ratings are too low to even make, the top 250 cable list, which is embarrassing, which is not a good look. So it's going to be very interesting. Carlos King, once again, has not had a good week. Had the whole, shebang of a disaster Monday with the live with So Gucci and Maurice. And listen, yes, I think obviously the So Gucci thing is huge in terms of her also saying she did not feel protected by Carlos King. But I also don't think that Carlos King was satisfied with how Dustin was defending Mel. He didn't have that on his bingo card, you guys. That didn't go with the Bash Mel agenda, right? And so, nonetheless, he was pleased when Maurice, was saying all of those mean things about Mel, which was completely and utterly unnecessary. And like I've said in previous videos, I think this new energy that Maurice and Kimmy have towards Mel has nothing to do with this DUI, has nothing to do with anything that's going on the show. Dustin is right that there is something off camera that's going on, and that would be this lawsuit. And that is not Mel's fault. Again, you guys said Mel's not responsible for her fans or her supporters, but you have engineered this divide amongst the YouTubers, amongst the content creators. You did this yourself a couple of years ago with the Funky Dineva Awards. That's what's so funny. You engineered this. You engineered this divide. Everybody up until that point in time was doing their own commentary, whether they were supportive of whoever or they were unbiased and just threw slick shade here and there. But it wasn't this thing where this channel is a millimeter channel, this channel is not a millimeter channel. It wasn't any of that tomfoolery. And you decided that you were going to make these biased opinions on who you felt, were platforms that were favorable to you and your family, and threw shade at other people. But the thing of it was, the people that were pro you actually ran off of YouTube. You actually ran off your own favorable content creators because they were receiving hate. They were receiving all of these threats and things because if you are naming an award show the Funky Dineva Awards, it is designed to cause chaos and drama because we know Funky Dineva is messy and he used to be a lot more messier when he first came on this platform. So nonetheless, you knew exactly what you were doing. So as much as you guys want to claim you guys don't talk to bloggers, you very much watch what the bloggers are saying. You have nothing but time to be on everyone's YouTube, whether you like the content creator or not. You have nothing but time to be in these Facebook groups, whether you and talk to full-on strangers giving full-on dissertations, trying to absolve yourself of any type of issues. And then every once in a while, you'll also be in the comments if you're trying to be petty on Carlos King's post or whatever, or when you're trying to convince the people, that you really do have things going on, right? But you engineered all of this and you took from this other people, because once some people left the sector and wanted nothing to do with Love and Marriage Huntsville anymore, there were some new people that came in. There were some other people who might have changed their approach on how they did their content and everything else, especially when it came to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then we fast forward, of course, to last year, where it's the full-on meltdown of all these things, right? And you are, again, trying to say how you're impacted and how you feel a certain type of way. You're telling the people to take down their content. From what I recall, they did take down the content, but I guess that wasn't good enough, right? And so now here we are with this lawsuit. But what I think is I think originally the lawsuit was designed to be a storyline for the show, and what ended up happening was the lawsuit became a legit thing that the show wants no part of, that the show does not want to involve themselves with, that even OWN themselves does not want to involve themselves with, and, you know, that is creating quite a conundrum. So it's interesting because I don't understand. And so Gucci had a good point yesterday in Millie Chan's interview where she had mentioned she didn't understand why she was on the panel with Maurice when previously it's either 2 women or 2 men, one of each from the shows. It would always be the same gender. So it was weird to do like a mixed gendered, you know, setup, and it was nothing but a hot mess. It didn't make any sense to me, as far as I'm concerned, as to what the thought process was. I think maybe Carlos King was thinking he could capitalize off the fact that the last episode was the DUI, and based off of Kimmy's commentary that maybe he was going to get something substantial, but it was a lot of lawyer talk. It wasn't directly answering the questions. It was a lot of rephrasing questions about Carlos King's personal life that we honestly don't care about, you guys. But he's going to continue to make fetch happen. But enough encouraging the nonsense. Enough encouraging that you might talk to women. Please stop the nonsense, you guys. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.